You did? I did see you leave the office.
I didn't need to. Graham Tire picked up my car this morning and dropped it back off and they were done.
You're kidding. How'd you get that kind of service?
That's just what they do at Graham Tire.
Schedule your service online on the Pickup and Delivery tab at GrahamTireLincoln.com. That's GrahamTireLincoln.com. Let us do the running. Some limitations apply. See store for details.
A new year means it's time to try new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For the days you don't want to go to the gym, don't worry. Führer's cheese spread is there to cheer you up. And for the days you do get to the gym, why not celebrate when you get back with the best dip around? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table. Bagels & Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. February's cream cheese flavor is white chocolate raspberry. Pair it with a strawberry cold foam. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. This is the Don't Punt Hour with former Nebraska receiver.
Throwing over the middle, completes the pass. He's got speed to the end zone. Touchdown! 45 yards.
And return specialist.
This time he beats the kicker and one more.
Demorne Pierson-El.
Only does the sideline have confidence in Pierson-El, but Pierson-El has confidence in Pierson-El.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
Welcome in. Don't Punt the Hour. Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. We got Demorne Pierson-El, the man of the hour, from 10 to 11, Monday through Thursday. You guys are always welcome to join in. 402-464-5685. Demorne Pierson-El, how's it going, man? I think it's the last nice day in a while. We were getting actual winter tomorrow, I think.
Not too bad. Not looking forward to that. I can't stand the cold.
I can't either. This has been great. I know we have some talent out there in DC, some of DP's guys, and one of the guys' name's Hosta Breezy. I'll tell you what, I've been getting a kick out of it. It's been like 2 weeks in a row where I get to talk about our 65-degree weather, and apparently DC's been like freezing. So it's been nice. It wasn't going to last forever, but I'll take it for what it was worth. Plenty of things to talk about. I think the first thing, we'll do basketball. I don't want to beat the drum on it too much because obviously it's been the talking point of the day. Iowa, though, I'm not going to leave them off the hook. I'm going to talk about it a little bit. And then, of course, football. Some news that we already knew, but it's at least official in pen and ink now with our special teams. I'm assuming you watched the Nebraska versus Iowa basketball game.
Yeah, just not taking care of business. It was unfortunate. I mean, everything is still out in front of you and everything like that, but as things get closer and closer to crunch time and everything like that, you don't like to see games like that.
And that's where I landed. Is the sky falling? No. And a lot of the post-game conversation we're having is some people, and again, I get it, emotional, and I don't want to tell people how they should feel. But some people are very upset thinking, well, here we go. This team isn't good. They're going to lose the first round of the tournament. Pump the brakes on that would be my advice. Why it sucks is because it was Iowa.
Yes.
Like, that's what hurt the most. If it was any other team, no, I'm not going to go celebrate a loss. I'm not going to make it a nothing burger and say, hey, guys, just close your eyes. Like, nothing to worry about. Of course, there's things to take away, like the rebounding problem. Yeah, that's going to persist. We have to fix that. But what hurt was that it was Iowa. And then the way Iowa
plays
had a whole hoopla about it. I mean, I'm not sure how you felt, but my blood was boiling. And when they're presenting the Heroes Trophy, because of course they waited for this game to present the Heroes Trophy, I about lost it. And then they got the football players dancing with the cheerleaders.
It's always a petty type of thing. So I think for Nebraska fans, just keep that, remember that, because the tides will change. So just be prepared for the pettiness. I don't care.
March 6th. That's when they're back. So yeah, trust me. I bet you everyone's got it circled on the calendar already. Listen, I'm tired of Iowa punking Nebraska. I'm tired of them treating it like it is a national championship.
To them, it is, probably.
It is. Raff made a great line the other day. I'm going to steal it. Credit Chris Raff. We need to go win the Heroes Trophy back so their trophy case goes back to being empty. I mean, that's what we're dealing with those knuckleheads out there in Iowa. it's a big deal to them. And to their credit, they win. So they talk a lot, but they do win. And we haven't. And as much as I would like to win, I can understand. I'm not going to take everything away from the Iowa Hawkeyes, but I do hate losing to them like more than I ever have before in my entire life.
I got a small question. If that Iowa game was earlier in the season, do you think that changes things for Nebraska?
I do. I think we win. I think Iowa's found a lot of confidence as of late, and I think does the 7-man rotation a big problem? It's up to you to decide, but I do think maybe guys are starting to get a little bit tired out there.
Fatigue, long season.
And we just went through the gauntlet of Illinois, Purdue, Michigan, or not Michigan State.
Michigan.
Yeah. Thank you. That's gauntlet. And a lot of those being on the road as well. Like, this is a tough part. And we're not playing in the ACC or the Big East. We're playing in the Big Ten. And if anybody watched that game, hey, shout out Danny Busboom Kelly. She even chimed in there, commented on the officiating a little bit, said, well, this game is the I can't remember exactly what she said, but she said along well, this is interesting, not for me, along the very least. And it was a lot of grabbing, grappling. The refs were calling some things and then they weren't. It made both teams' offenses look bad, I thought, because there was no rhythm. It's hard to find rhythm in the game when the officiating, not just for Nebraska, both sides. I thought it was
holistically.
Yeah, holistically. I just thought it was really up and down, and it's hard to find your rhythm when you don't know what's legal. And this is a legal screen, and then on the other side, it's
not.
It's like, okay, what are we doing here? So again, I'm not here to say that's why Nebraska lost. I'm just here to say it's never acceptable.
When it's Iowa
officiating, well, especially when it's Iowa. And to unknown texter 3082. It sucks because we are the better team. Yeah, I mean, add that on top of it. I do think Nebraska's the better team in that matchup. That's
without a doubt.
Eager to get him back March 6th in that game. Has your needle for Nebraska's success moved at all or wavered because of this Iowa game, or where are you at?
No, I mean, basketball is a long season. It's a time of runs. So they've been hitting their strides. They've been dealing with, injuries. They've been dealing with sickness. They've been dealing with, mixing things up and whatnot and everything like that. They're still successful regardless of whatever you may want to point at it and everything like that. Even with starters out and whatnot, they were still able to handle business. So I wouldn't say, it's moved the needles. Like at some point in time, that's your division rivals, certain teams and everything like that, probably just play you better. And especially – we know Iowa plays completely different at home than they do than they do on the road. So it was just, they did enough, or they did more than what Nebraska needed to do to pull the victory out. And that's kind of all I'm chalking it up to. I'm not hitting the panic button. I'm not over this team and everything like that. This is the best team they've had in a while. Like, and their record shows it against top talented teams and everything like that. The game just flows, and they have to kind of get back in that smoother, more concrete rhythm that started the season off right.
Yeah, 100%. You just got to get back to that rhythm. But maybe some of it's fatigue. Hopefully, a little bit of rest here. I think the next two are at home, and then they go out to the West Coast, and then they're finish the season at home, which is nice, versus Iowa. So that'll be our senior day. Be classy, though. I know me and Raph talked about this. I don't want
I like the pettiness.
I don't
They started it.
No, I mean, when it happens, what I don't want to see is the F players out there, because listen, there are kids at these things. Yeah. We can be loud, we can be rowdy. You can be as loud as you want. What I don't want to see on top of it is, if they win, don't be going up to opposing teams' players and coaches and shoving phones up in their faces. Like, that was the classless part. I'm all down for a raucous, rowdy environment. I'm okay with the booze for Price Sanford. It's when you start swearing at that. Also, hey, your brother was there for 2 years, or excuse me, not 2 years, for 3 years, and was one of your bigger pieces that led to a lot of the success. Like, let's not forget that's the same family there, so that's going to put a bad taste in the Sanford's family house, I'd imagine, or maybe they don't care.
I mean, it comes with the territory. I don't think that's too much of salt in the room for that situation. I mean, he's been there, he's done what he needed to do, and he's put a different step to move forward to better himself. So I'm not mad at that.
No, I'm just amazed that the Iowa fans were after him so much because he was on your bench. It's not like you guys highly thought this guy. I mean, you liked him as a player, I'm sure, but I don't think anybody thought he could be this, and he wasn't that until he started working with Fred Hoiberg. So I was just surprised by it more than anything else. The classiest part to me was at the end of the game with the
fan running up to coach and everything like that.
Yeah, running up to the coach, and then Price Sanford.
I think they have to do a better job necessarily, and I don't mean saying like all escort, the athletes and everything like that. But I think you have to have in situations like that, like you can tell what's going to happen. There's not a surprise when people are storming the field and everything like that. I think just the university does have to do a better job of kind of recognizing that and having, a plan for that, of maybe necessarily getting, protection personnel out there. So those situations and everything like that, not saying that they can't have their moment, but also make sure that the opposing team that isn't antagonized or, put in harm's way.
And I don't think it's a complicated solution.
No.
And this is where you hear what sucks is like when situations like this happen, you will hear and Nebraska hasn't said this, but you will hear, like, say, other schools. I'll tell you what, if it was Mick Cronin in UCLA, you'd hear they need to ban court stormings. But
that's a part of the game. Like, you have to leave some things. Like, come on now.
And it should be a part of the game. I'm all for it. And unfortunately, there's going to be knuckleheads in every arena. We ourselves had it when the Purdue game, when we had Nebraska fans that did get reprimanded, by the way, in the student section, throwing drinks at Purdue's bench, which ultimately would also make Marcus Lawrence slip on the floor. So double whammy on that one for those fans who also permanently banned from that arena, and you also potentially lost us the game. I don't know if Marcus Lawrence makes that shot, even gets it off, but you get the point there. But to fix it, what you need to protect in those situations. Just have the security on the opposing team just kind of walled up. Just enough of them. You don't have to wall up the entire arena and stop the crowd. Just go to the opposing team's line and make sure they're able to get through the handshake and get out, because they're not going to go hurt or tackle or harass the home team. Maybe they'll celebrate and maybe they get shoved around a little bit, but the real people you need to protect in those situations are obviously the visitors. You don't have to wall off the entire arena. So it's totally possible to do. And to your point, you just got to be aware of what's happening. And then it could have been fixed. And then that never would have happened whatsoever.
That part. And I mean, it's I don't want to say it's happened, but every now and then, you'll see that a couple times, and people are mad and upset about it. They're mad and, they act out. Clearly, the game didn't go as hand. It wasn't played, how it was or whatnot. So clearly, you're a lot of times you can get a reaction out of a coach, which I don't think it's bad at all. But
it wasn't even much of a reaction.
No,
at
Nebraska, I think they have, I think it's a 4-2 protection or something like that. Like at football games and everything like that. They got other law enforcement agencies out there and everything like that. That's a small fix. They're already in the building. So I don't understand how that protocol, and like I said, you could feel those situations. That's not like we didn't know that was necessarily going to happen. No, that games like that and everything, games like, against Creighton type situations, or, some of those big top wins and everything like that, that's going to happen. So it's why not necessarily have a protocol necessarily for that, to get the opposing team off the court, or coaches and everything like that off the court. It would be easy. It's not very hard at all. It's not a very far walk. Like, you just got to get them to the tunnel and they're pretty much set.
Yeah. And to your point, you can predict some of these things even before the game starts. Like for March 6th, Iowa versus Nebraska. If Nebraska wins, the odds they storm the court are below 1%.
For sure.
Like it wouldn't make sense for us to do that. The energy is going to be like, that's what we should do. Not, oh my gosh, we beat them, let's go storm the court. So you don't have to get super worried about this or that game going forward. But for this one, and again, we're not talking like massive law enforcement numbers. Like, you just need a group to protect one team, and some others out in different areas.
I would say a good 10 to 15 extra personnel, and whether that's staff security mixed with personnel and everything like that, waiting at the end of the opposing bench and everything like that, just to kind of walk on the other side to, make sure nobody necessarily comes up. Because you see a police officer, you see security and everything, people aren't even gonna try it.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what happened. Because when Price Sanford, a little bit the same, some kids started coming up with Price Sanford saying what happened with the phone, and then as soon as law enforcement kind of surrounded Sanford, they're like, "Oh, I'm going to go celebrate with the team." Like nobody wants to deal with that. I'm not stupid. No. Like they understand. Like if I keep going, there's going to be consequences.
That could be.
Yeah. So again, you don't need a ton of people in there. I think you're right. Like 10, 15 extra personnel in there.
That'll be it. And that's not anything too crazy that's already there. And I understand maybe potentially, for people like moving out or whatnot, but I mean that whole interaction maybe might last 30 to 45 seconds, maybe. Okay, a minute tops.
Mm-hmm.
From the game, they lining up, handshaking to get into the tunnel. They don't need to be escorted, all the way to the locker room, but at least to where a secure perimeter is.
Yeah, easy enough. I think we solved it right there. I'm glad though that nobody on Nebraska's side made a huge fuss about it. Like no one's complained a lot, because I think that's the right attitude, because it wasn't the end of the world. No, I thought it was a little
everything is still on the table.
Yeah. I thought it was a little reckless in classes at points, but hey, that's basketball. We've had our own unfortunate incidents here as well with some of our fans, so it's not the worst. I know at a football game, Jeff Essing got kicked by a Husker fan for getting down the stairs too slowly. Because there's someone, I can't remember the entire story. So listen, unfortunately, you're going to have those knuckleheads in every fan base, but you don't need to get a ton of law enforcement to fix it either. 10, 15 more extra personnel, obviously focus on the opposing team, get them through the tunnel, clock out, go home. That's all you got to do. Pretty simple task. With that game though, tough loss. Nebraska's now lost 4 of their last 6. You can look at the opponents. They're good teams. It's not like they're losing to bad teams. All top 15 outside of this Iowa game. But you look around college basketball, and this is why people need to not panic. Just tonight, by the way, Creighton, they beat number 5 UConn in a big-time upset. And yesterday, on top of Nebraska's upset, this is college basketball. And this is why you never want to panic. 13 Texas Tech lost to Arizona State, 72-67. You had number 16 North Carolina not just lose, get blown out by unranked NC State, 82-58.
Again, these are all conference opponents.
Yep, you're getting a pattern here.
It's going to happen. So it's not, it's still everything is still in front. Like it's the sky isn't falling.
Nope, and we'll keep going because again, you mentioned conference. That's a big part of it. 18 St. Louis, they lose to Rhode Island, 81-76. There's another one in there. Number 21, Louisville, they lose to unranked SMU, 95-85.
ACC.
Yep, and Ohio State, unranked Ohio State, beats the number 24 Wisconsin Badgers, 86-69. You pick the head on the. It's conference play.
It's going to happen. It's. I mean, some of these guys might play a team 3 times. You might run into a team in the Big Ten tournament 3 times or the ACC tournament 3 times. So I mean, they know what you're gonna do. They know your adjustments and everything like that. Especially with your different sets and whatnot. Like it's a lot more multiple pieces changing and how fast they got to change for this. Like these coaches and universities are paying these coaches to figure stuff out for a reason. Like you have to be, on the offensive side and defensive side at all times. Like it's not just, you can't just be one-sided or, you probably won't have a job for too long.
Absolutely. And it's just that part of the season. Like we are in that part of the season where not only are we in conference play, they've been in conference play for a minute. Teams are leaning and wearing on each other. You look at the minutes that all these players have tallied up at this point in the season. Things get hard when you're getting this late before they get a nice little break, before they get in some of these tournaments and hopefully get their legs back underneath them. But yeah, I say all those other games just to say it's not a nothing burger, right? It's not to say that there's nothing to talk about with this loss. Nebraska has nothing to worry about. No, there's some things in there surely to break down. The rebounding obviously is one of them, but just to say that it is not the balloon popping. There's still a lot of basketball to be played. It is not March Madness yet. Nebraska has not been eliminated. And we're sitting here at 4 seed projected still.
And they'll still be high, like, and just give it and then within the next 2 weeks, if they handle business and everything like that, they can just as easily be right back in the top 10.
Oh, 100%.
Just as easily, and that starting off or heading into March, and that we just got the rest of this week and pretty much next week, and that's it. So I mean, you win the next they got 3 games in between now, or maybe 2 games in between now.
I think I'll double check here, but I think they got a nice little break here. Nebraska men's basketball,
before March starts.
Last game for March 6th. So yeah. Oh, 8th. March 8th. I had that wrong there. So March 8th, that'll be the last one, and then they get a couple weeks break, and then the Big Ten tournament starts, or 1 week break, Big Ten tournament, and then another break, and then March Madness.
So that's right. That's right around the corner. So again, handle business, finish strong, and no doubt can still end up in the top 10 by March 8th.
Yeah, and some of these teams that are ranked that we just talked about are losing, and then teams that are like a Purdue who had a chance to climb up into the top 10 as they were playing Michigan, who's ranked in the top 5. Yeah, they lost. So Nebraska's still exactly really pretty much where they were. They moved a little bit to the wrong direction, but it wasn't like
they might drop to maybe like 11, maybe 12, maybe.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't think it's going to be a big drop. And
no.
Iowa's been playing some pretty good basketball as of late, so nothing terribly surprising there. We'll get a chance at redemption when they come back on March 8th. So that's kind of my spiel on Husker Hoops. I'm still fully gung-ho on Fred Hoiberg in this squad. I think it's going to be the team that break that streak to win that first tournament game. I don't think I have to knock on wood. I'm not the superstitious guy that thinks I have any sort of control with the work that those guys put in, but I still feel really good about this team. We got to fix the rebounding problem, absolutely, but it's not the end of the world. That is the morning Pierson-El. I'm Harrison Arndt. We'll talk some Husker football on the other side. Special teams coordinator officially announced. Not necessarily surprising, but it is official now. Don't go anywhere. 93.7 The Ticket.
It's basketball season, and Salt Mine City is your pregame and postgame headquarters in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Get ready for the game with their big, fatty 7-ounce hamburger or try a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, your basketball headquarters, now open at 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R.
Planet Fitness has everything you need anytime the motivation hits, so you can give everything you've got. With most clubs open 24 hours, you've got access to our best-in-class equipment to tackle early morning reps, late-night miles, and every workout in between. Join the club today and save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends February 27th. You ready? Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
Are you looking for something different for lunch or dinner in Lincoln? Big 8 is now open at 1226 P Street, serving seafood boils and Asian cuisine. Get your hands messy with fresh, flavorful seafood boils, hot, cold, and made to share. Or enjoy classic Chinese and Asian dishes, perfect for lunch, dinner, or a night out with friends and family. Big flavors, generous portions, and a brand new dining experience. Big 8, now open in Lincoln.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day, because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between, we'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Fans, are you craving the ultimate game day experience? Red Zone Sports Bar and Grill has your front row seat to all the action. Dive into delicious wings, juicy burgers, and ice-cold drinks, all served up with TVs covering every inch of the wall, so you'll never miss a play. Rally your crew, cheer on your team, and take advantage of game night specials every week. Stop in for a Nebraska basketball game with a party of 4 or more and receive a free pitcher of beer. Red Zone Sports Bar and Grill, right by the Lincoln Airport at 3111 Northwest 12th Street.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
Welcome in. Harrison Arns still on the ones and twos. Nick Wyman taking over at 11 o'clock. We still got 30 more minutes, though, with DeMornay Pierson-El, the former Husker special teams threat. And this one matters because I put that in the title because we lost Mike Eckler. He goes on to USC. It's official. He is their special teams coordinator and linebacker.
Good luck to him.
Oh, absolutely. A big fan of Mike Eckler and what he did for this program, even in the short time he was here.
Which is crazy. Which is we're not even going to get into that, but it's crazy.
I kind of want to.
You don't let coaches like that out of the building.
Well, I'm going to.
You can't.
I'm going to tie this in. Trust me. But Brett Maher, I want to give him, his flowers first because I listen. Mike Eckler was a great coach, phenomenal. We've talked about special teams and how detrimental it is when it goes south. Mm-hmm. We've seen it over and over and over, and I think that's why a lot of fans, me including, was a little bit, taken aback when how in the hell are we not bringing this guy back? But then you get the Bill Moose book, and whether you think he was 100% honest, 50% honest, or 10% honest. I think there's some truth in that. And you kind of see, I don't know how many cooks are in the kitchen, but maybe misdirection there. And then was it a big deal that he wanted to coach linebackers and that wasn't the opportunity for him if he stayed at Nebraska because of the new defensive coordinator? Like, these are questions we won't get the answer to, but losing him was a massive deal, at least in my mind.
Most definitely. And I think it's fair to say that is probably a strong assumption. I mean, the new guy coming in has been very vocal about what he wants to do and everything like that, and everything like that, and what his thing is. So of course there was might have been some problems there and everything like that, and probably some other things. That we know that go on behind closed doors at Nebraska, regardless of nobody wants to say it or not. These are unofficial, official, off the book talks about certain situations with moving forward and not and everything like that. And I think that's just what it was, and there was kind of no saving that situation. It's sad to see him go, but with a coach like Brett, since he stepped in and everything like that, things has definitely gone up, in the kicking game and whatnot. He's a specialist. He understands it. He knows the game. And even if he was to sit the year and just kind of get more in depth with other things, not to say that he does need it or anything like that, but you have an NFL vet, an NFL pro. Somebody who did it at an elite level, on the pro level and the collegiate level, shaping it and bringing a different mindset into that. So, you definitely aren't upset at that coming in.
Yeah, no, like Brett Maher, great guy. Obviously, he's been with the program already, and elevating him made sense.
Yeah.
I got no problems with that. But Mike Eckler, we won't fully know unless
another book comes out from
Troy Dana.
Somebody else.
Yeah, Troy Dana, if you want to get into, I'll tell you what, Bill Moose probably made pretty good money on that book.
Probably.
Having the typo with Pillen's name in there over and over and over again, still sold like hotcakes. So, hey, there's a market for it if you want to put dirty laundry out there, I guess. But like I said, we won't know, so I'll just leave that one alone. And best of luck to Mike Eckler. Phenomenal coach. How familiar are you with Brett Maher's track record? I knew it was extensive. I was kind of blown away. I was going through all the teams that he's been on, and obviously with Nebraska.
Very successful.
I'm going to go through it here. So I'll tell you what.
I've crossed paths with him a few times in the NFL playing against him and everything like that.
He's got connections.
Yeah.
Or if he doesn't, he's failed big time because he's been everywhere. But I'm almost certain he's got some good connections. So obviously his time with Nebraska, this is his NFL/CFL. He makes multiple appearances. So we got a former CFL and NFL guy. So the New York Jets, he signed as an undrafted free agent. That was his first start in the NFL. Then in 2013, the Dallas Cowboys sign him. Then he gets
first stint.
Yep, first stint. And then the Winnipeg Blue Bombers out of the CFL. They take him next on 2014. The year after that, it was the Ottawa Red Blacks for his first stint. Again, down there in the CFL. Then it was the Hamilton Tiger Cats in 2016. Back to the NFL in 2017 with the Cleveland Browns. Back to the CFL with the Ottawa Red Blacks in 2017 for his second stint. Back with the Dallas Cowboys in 2018 for his second stint. And then Cowboys, they keep him for more than 1 year. He makes it through 2018 as well. Then back to the New York Jets in 2019 for a second stint. Then the Washington Commanders in 2020, Houston Texans 2020, Arizona Cardinals 2020, New Orleans Saints 2021, Dallas Cowboys for a third stint 2022, Denver Broncos 2023, Los Angeles Rams 2023. That is the career arc for Brett Maher. That's a lot of teams and a lot of different voices and people that he's got to at least experience how they see things and how they coach things.
For sure. A wide variety of things. He's been in there. He's been around with Sean McVay. He's been, I'm pretty sure the special teams coach for Green Bay, Basacci. I'm pretty sure. I think he had him down in Dallas a few times and everything like that. So, he's a craft. He's been around. He's seen a lot. Like I said, if you wanted to kind of wait and see what you had, and that's kind of what they were doing and everything like that, and they know he wouldn't be in a position he's in so quickly, and even outside of that, when they brought him on for to help with the specialists and everything like that, he wouldn't have had that opportunity if he didn't come correct.
Yeah, especially with the teams bringing him on for like a couple of stints, like multiple stints. Like clearly he had something that teams were always willing to take back. Like he was never a peasants in the locker room, clearly, because they wouldn't have this track record if he did. You know, he's bouncing around with the Cowboys 3 times, the Jets a couple. I mean, he's been on multiple teams, and they've been very likely to take him back if they need to go find another guy. So it says something about his character.
He's been very consistent, and multiple people have acquired for his talents and everything like that. So, and that's why I said it's not that's not a bad thing. Like he's seen it all. He done been through it all. He done seen different schemes and whatnot. And it's the college game on special teams is different than it is at the NFL level. So, and he definitely, I know he has a bag of tricks for some stuff. Excuse me, just waiting to draw up on just about any special teams, probably.
Oh, 100%. So that's the good part with Brett Maher. Long track record. I think he knows what the hell he's doing, clearly. You don't go to that many teams and that many organizations unless people have some faith that you are about what you say you are. And, I don't want to put expectations on the special teams. They are going to keep it more of the same, is what it sounds like. The only thing that, would maybe worry me is just the direction of the team as a whole at this point. Like, I wouldn't want to just single out, special teams, here we go. I kind of feel that about every offense, defense. I don't know what we're going to get. At least with Brett Maher, I like that it's an in-house. Elevate him. It sucks that we're losing Mike Eckler. We're not going to go through all that again. But with some of these other ones, I know I feel a lot less comfortable than I actually do about special teams, which says a lot because I think Mike Eckler was a huge deal. Although this isn't 100% vote in confidence because
even outside of that, I think this upcoming year it's nobody knows what it's going to look like just because what it has been, the last 2 years is, it's gone. We had a guy, at quarterback that's not here anymore. The offensive is going to look completely different. This is what the second or third guy on the defensive side, calling things or, that have rotated out and whatnot. So, you don't know what to expect, and he is, I would say, the more consistent base of things and whatnot. But I mean, he still has to go out there and perform and get the kids to get out of things. Now, him being there, a lot more kids are probably understanding, a lot more comfortable with him, and he knows how to talk and communicate. He doesn't have to. He's not the defensive coaching and has to come in and to learn everybody, again and everything like that. So I think that's definitely a plus. But it's going to be. I think a season that we will have to see kind of what sticks, honestly. I'm trying to be nice. Like, I'm not trying to sound bad or anything like that. But it's the last 2 years. It was supposed to be a little bit more. Things were kind of going in the right direction, and it just wasn't necessarily. For whatever reason, we fell short. This upcoming year, I think is a lot of people. In-house, out-house, around in the college football, I think are going to have their eyes on Nebraska just to kind of see how things proceed. And that's not a bad thing, but, it's not, I wouldn't say it's on the same hype train as we had maybe the past year and a half.
Yeah, and I think that's intentional, of course, right? You're not seeing Matt Rule be as active on social media. With the players, I think that's just personality, whether they do it or not. But certainly with the coaching staff, you just haven't heard those claims, which good. Don't make those claims. Don't tell people things because then they believe you. Like when you make certain statements about X quarterback being an NFL talent, and then we see the result on the field, it looks kind of bad on your part. When you hear, expectations and this team's ready to go and make that jump, and then you get blown out on the 3 last most important games of the year. Maybe circle that Minnesota game in the mix as well. Doesn't look good. So there's certain things you don't have to say. You don't have to. No one's going to care if you say it or not. The only thing people care about is if you win. And if you don't win.
If you dominate.
Well, I'd say just beat Iowa. I'd love to dominate Iowa, but beat them. Period. Get a win. Because we got dominated this year, and that wasn't fun whatsoever. I lost my train of thought there. You got me hung up on Iowa there. My blood temperature just started going
You
up.
said as long as they win, and not, I think more so important, the things that have been stumping us the last 2 years, those aren't the things that's not our Achilles heel. And I think that's all what Nebraska fans kind of want. Winning the offseason, winning, in the transfer portal, which I think they definitely have had some strides. They definitely have been successful thus far and everything like that. But, we've seen that, them look good at this point and everything like that. It's not going to, really matter until after Game 6, honestly, for me.
Yeah, and I've been using that line a lot, but I think it's fallen true. Like, we don't know until November because we usually start out pretty good. It's like, what do we look like when we get to the meat of that Big Ten conference play for football? And that's usually where things fall apart. So, and I think this could be a blessing, honestly, for the Husker football program because you have all these other athletic programs really humming right now. Like softball just took down the defending champs, but also the number one team in Texas Tech, and they're off to a hot start.
Shout out to them.
Oh, absolutely. And then Nebraska baseball, hot start. They go 3-0, and then they fall to Stanford. But in that Stanford game, tough, but they showed some fight, and you like what you're seeing with those guys. Obviously, basketball, we just talked about them. Women's basketball struggled a little bit for the past 2 years prior. They were making it to the March Madness, and not just making it, winning games in March Madness. Husker bowling, they got the Big Red invite. We know what those guys are about. Tennis, even men and women's tennis, they're kind of picking up steam lately. So if you're a tennis fan, go check it out. Like, a lot of these athletic programs are doing really good. And of course, Husker wrestling, if for anyone's not paying attention, just dominated on the road versus Illinois and Indiana. And if you look around, they are the team so far this year that actually kept close with Penn State. Penn State wrestled Ohio State at home, and everyone is like, oh, it's a 1v2 matchup. This one should be good. We think Ohio State has the money to take them down this year. It was like 5-37. Ohio State got one match that they won, and it was Mendez, who's already won 2 national championships in that weight. Everybody else lost, and a lot lost and gave up extra points. So wrestling is actually looking really great, and they've been staying hot. So again, just to add them to the mix, when all that's going on, the attention's on some of these other sports, I hope the football team gets a chip on their shoulder and acknowledges that the conversations maybe shifted around them, because I think that can be a good thing. There's a lot of hype and so much of a focus on them that pressure builds up. And I don't know what the attitudes are like. I'm not going to say the guys aren't working hard. Or they don't have.
No, they are working hard. They're getting after it. Yeah. I know that for a fact.
Yeah. So I don't want to take things away, but maybe this is going to be a good thing. Because I would love to be just 100% on board with this football program and the direction that they're going. I'm not out on Matt Rule by any means.
I'm not either.
Yeah, I need more tape on it, but maybe this could be a good thing. At least that's why I'm seeing
it. I think the ingredients necessarily. I think the ingredients is there. They're tweaking, adding, changing some things up and everything like that. And hopefully, this is the year where it was supposed to be year 3 Matt Rule. Hopefully, we will see. And I think if that year does happen this year, and he explodes onto the scene, how his track record kind of was at the collegiate level and everything like that, I think all is well, things are fine, or things are back on track, and nobody's mad or irritated.
100%, especially when you look at the schedule. If you can take care of business some of those games, I think people are fully back on track. But you got to have some tangibles. We'll have to wait and see if those tangibles come to fruition. But we got to throw it to break here. On the other side, good morning, Pierson-El. Let's talk about some billionaires and which one would like to go take a stab at an NFL franchise. We got a list of names, and we'll see which one you think would be the best fit. Don't go anywhere. Seahawks up for sale right here, 93.7 The Ticket. Well, Seahawks are not for sale on 93.7 The Ticket. We will talk about the Seahawks being for sale on 93.7 The Ticket. Don't go anywhere.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes! Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
This is Jordy Ball for Anderson Ford. For years, Anderson has relied on an exceptional customer experience. But just this once, they're going to rely on a really great pitch.
Right now, lease a 2025 Ford F-150 for $199 per month.
Experience better at Anderson Ford.
Stock number 1007055. Previous service loader. $199 per month. Lease for 36 months with a crew credit. 7,500 miles per year. 6,800 to its 90. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Plus take new retail delivery from the Anderson Auto Group by 3/31/26. See dealer for details.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Way out there where the sun comes up under the big red sky, I do life the way I love, with family by my side. I feel home with me, no matter where I go.
Proud of where we're from, excited for where we're going. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
Welcome back in. Don't Punt Hour. Harrison on to the ones and twos. We got DeMornay Pierson-El. Stream in. We're going to talk about the Seattle Seahawks because they are up for sale. Since Allen died in 2018, it was announced Wednesday that cannot say formal sale process. I'm trying to find the company. The Allen estate has selected investment bank Allen and Company and law firm Latham, and Watkins to lead the sales process. So basically, they're in the mix to get.
That's going to be a lot of money. Yesterday's price is not today's price, especially with like you got a legit team. I can't remember exactly what the Broncos sold for in the Walton family. I want to say around, and I feel like I might be lowballing it, maybe like four to $6 billion, somewhere in there, I think.
I'll look it up right now while you're talking.
They are, the Seattle, it's going, I think it's going to be around that easily.
$4.65 billion is what they bought it for. Yeah. So take that number and jack it up quite a bit, I think.
I can definitely see 6 to.
I'm saying 6 to 7, or maybe 6 to.
I say 6 to
extreme.
8, pushing 9. 6 to 8. I think it is probably is what it will be. Now, who's going to do that? No clue.
Well, I was getting some names. This will get fun.
Clue.
This is the problem with these teams being so expensive now. It's a problem that nobody's guilty of creating. The NFL is just very successful. That's what happens. But now the buyer's market, try to find people who's got $6 to $8 billion laying around that says, you know what, I'll take a swing at it. Let me buy the Seahawks. Although they are lucrative enough, right? They just came off a Super Bowl. I say it all the time. I think Lumen Field's just in a great space and is one of the more beautiful NFL stadiums out there.
It's special at night.
Oh yeah, and you got one of the.
It's special at. I would say it's one of my favorite fields to play at.
It is cool every time I see it, especially when they get the skyline on the camera shot. It's beautiful, and the fan base is incredible. There's a lot going on there that makes that place very sellable. And it's not like you're selling the Cleveland Browns.
No,
you're selling some good stuff there.
Yeah.
But the problem is it's so good that I don't know who's in the position to go throw $6 to $8 billion on it and buy it. We're gonna throw some names at you. I think there's only one of these that I would prefer, but I had to do a search and just try to figure out who in the hell is going to be able to buy this thing. So the first one that comes up, Steve Ballmer. Makes sense. He's kind of been affiliated with sports already. Obviously, the former CEO of Microsoft and owner of the Los Angeles Clippers. Jeff Bezos. We know him. He likes investments. I don't like that one. Bill Gates. Obviously, Paul Allen's former partner at Microsoft. He has stated he does have a fandom for the Seahawks, so maybe he'd be interested. Mackenzie Scott, the ex-wife of Jeff Bezos. That's how much money she has laying around. She could go in there and make a purchase.
Man.
Larry Ellison. That's kind of it. Those are the people. Maybe Elon Musk. I don't think he'd have any interest in buying it, but these are the names we're talking about. The richest of the rich that are going to have an opportunity to buy it. Do any of those names stick out? Because the fear is they buy it purely for the love of profits, and they don't really care about.
I know. The tech world is huge out there in Seattle. Huge. So any one of the Microsoft dudes and everything like that, I can definitely see them. And Bezos, he has his hand in everything. He had his stakes in the Commanders when they were I think he was one of the finalist people of that situation. He moved pretty much I think all of his whole headquarters to the Virginia area, so it only made sense for that. I can see him. I not to say that his ex-wife can't do it. but that's something that I know Bezos has had interest in doing for a while. I mean, there was talks about the Broncos, there were talks about the Commanders and everything like that. I mean, and a team coming off of a Super Bowl win. I mean, strike while the iron's hot. I mean, I think it makes sense for either him or one of the other Microsoft guys.
Yeah, that's kind of where I think it's gonna be one of the tech guys. But if not, I can see Bomber just because out of all the names, he's got like more of the sports background, so maybe he's in there.
There's a lot that I feel that comes with that. Like, and not to say that they can't handle it or anything like that, but I don't. Do you think they sell fast, or do you think it takes a while?
I think they have a little bit of bidding war, and it takes a while. Because again, I think they're in a very lucrative position, and they're going through a firm to get all this done. So,
I don't think it happens this year.
No, I think. Well, what they say, I think they didn't give a timeline for it, but I think they did kind of hint at like they're not trying to close it out anytime soon. Like they got some time and window dressing on it. But it's just interesting. Yeah, I was trying to figure out the names, and we are at that point where this is how expensive these teams are getting. Like if you want to buy a team, we're going to be talking about the same names over and over again. I mean, it's going to be people that have significant funds, and you just hope that they have that care and interest to run the team and not just make profits. You never know; the world's not perfect, but I'll tell you, I just don't want Jeff.
Can Jerry buy them? Would it be wrong for Jerry to buy them and the Cowboys and the Seahawks? Is that in his wheelhouse?
It might be. It might be the most Jerry thing to do is just double down.
The Waltons, which is the
Walmart
Sam's
family.
Club and Walmart, they got money. They could double down and go at it again.
Well, I'll tell you this before we get out of here. I hope whoever buys it acts like the Walton family because they put all their money down. They're building the new stadium. It's not the taxpayers. They're big time leaning into it. So whoever buys the Seahawks, you got a great team, a great franchise. I just hope you don't soil it. That is the Morning Pierson-El. I'm Harrison Arns. Appreciate everybody listening. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.